Welcome to the next instalment of Tamar Valley Vineyard Diaries. As always, there's plenty to do this week. We'll be tucking in our madeleine angevine vines, we'll be doing a little bit of DIY woodwork around the borehole, and also we'll be making the decision to water our drought-affected vines. There's plenty to do, so let's crack on. My name is Marcus Williams. For the last 30 years I've been working in public aquariums around the world, working with sharks, turtles and a whole host of other amazing marine creatures, including my incredible wife. But in February 2026 I left it all to focus on the family vineyard, nestled in a picturesque, secluded part of Devon, the Tamar Valley. Follow me as I try to establish a vineyard in one of the most challenging vine growing regions in the world. I'll show you the lows and the highs as I embrace this new chapter of my life. This is Tamar Valley Vineyard Diaries.
So I do get asked a lot, do we water our vines? And generally the answer is no, there's no need to do that. Your vines should send its roots down nice and deep, and it should always be able to tap into water if they need it. They don't need a huge amount of water anyway. However, with newly established vines, if you get a heat wave, usually in the first year of planting, then yes, you should water them. These are actually in the third year, but the first year they got annihilated by slugs. Second year it was hot, and this year is also hot, so they've not really had a chance to send their shoots down very far and get established. Now the problem with watering is you can actually then get them to send their shoots up to the surface because that's where the water is. So it's a double-edged sword, but I mean, look at this. I mean, this one is pretty much gone. And the others are looking okay, but what I'm going to do is we've got our borehole down here. I'm going to tee into that and just see if I can pump water directly up to these vines and give them a really good soaking. I'm guessing because these are guys at the top of the land, they've got the least amount of water. As we go down further, the vines have got a chance of picking up more water as it runs down, because remember, we've only got like 6 inches of soil and then it's on a solid shillet, so the rain goes through the soil, hits the shillet and just runs down. So again, don't really want to be doing this, but I don't think I can leave it any longer. I think they're all going to start to die. Weather is forecast to go on for at least another week to 10 days, so we've got to do something. So what are we going to do this morning? As you can see, quite a lot of the shoots are sticking out into the alleyway now, so they need to be tucked either in or down depending on which cane they're coming off. Berries themselves coming along quite nicely. So obviously I've been quite worried that with the rain we had during flowering as to what size the bunches we're going to get. So we do have some bunches, don't know if you see that. A little bit scraggly, you can see where the rain's hit there, taking the flowers off, so there's lots of gaps. You've got some of that, which is a bit better. So the big question is, how big are the bunches going to be? Kind of average size, what we're after is 90 grams. If we hit 90 grams, we're going to have over 6 tons of grapes. Right, yeah, so we do need to do a little bit of leaf stripping on these as well. Just let a bit of sunlight in, but not too much. I think I'll do tucking now, and then we'll leave the leaf stripping until later in the week. Bloody rabbits. late start today, had to run into Tavistock to do some errands. Had to go and get more supplies for cheese and charcuterie, as we've had a bit of a run on them for this weekend. So more lumps of cheese. So going to do a quick hour in the vineyard now, and then I've got to get back up to the winery because I've got some charcuterie being delivered. Get out of that lunch and come back down, and we'll see if we can at least get plot ones tucked in and finished this morning. Sorry, this morning today. And plots 1 and 2 then finished by the end of the week. That'll be nice. Still warm, but overcast today, so a bit more tolerable. Time for a quick grape check. They are swelling up. So the roots are obviously finding some water still. Right, lunch done. Let's give the Solaris a quick water. Like I said, not very keen to do this, but now I've started, I need to continue. If you only give them a little bit of water, apparently their roots will start heading up towards the surface, which we don't want. We want them to go deep. Let's have a look. So there's a couple here. This one here was bent right, I mean we've lost a lot anyway already, but this is bent right over. But now it's looking a bit more perky, as is that one there. The hose though only goes so far, so I'm going to see if I can attach this with this. Back pressure on that. So one thing I'm keen to do in the next week or so is actually get the wires up on these posts so that we can attach the vine tutors and give them some stability. To do that I need the gripples, which are the little gizmos that attach the wire to each other itself. Now I did buy a good 160 of them for using here, and I knew I used about 60, and so I seem to have lost about 100. So I've been very loath to actually buy any more until I'd rather find them. But I haven't found them yet, so I did just go and buy an extra packet of 20. So I can get these on and also finish that fence I did for the deer down at the bottom of plot 4. They still need a couple of wires along the top. That's plot 1 all tucked in and tidied up. I won't do plot 2 yet, I want to save that so I can have some fun tomorrow as well. But there you go. Looking a lot neater. I can get the tractor up and down there now without ripping off loads of canes. And with this weather as well, I don't really envisage it growing much for a while. So then we get plot 2 tucked away tomorrow, and then next week we come in and we start doing some leaf stripping. Let the sunlight get to the berries. But for now, time to go home. So we're back in the Madeleine angevine in plot 2 this morning. We're going to see if we can get the tucking in finished before lunchtime. So it's gone 9 already, so I better make a start. So almost there. Just about 3 rows to do, but oh my god, it's hot. So I'll stop for lunch now and then we'll see if we can get that done. And then move on to the next job. Preferably something inside. Well, it's taken 3 days in a heat wave. I'm not going to say I enjoyed it, but I'm glad it's done. So that's plots 1 and 2 all tucked in. It might be a bit torturous doing this, but one of the benefits of actually working your way through the vineyard in a short space of time is that I get a chance to have a good look at the plants. So I've been able to have a good look at the leaves, check for disease, check for powdery mildew and downy mildew, and yeah, I also get a good chance to look at the bunches and see how they're forming. So I'm kind of starting to change or starting to define or refine my harvest prediction now. So in my head I'm around about the 4-ton mark, I think. That may change as time goes on, but I think that's a good weight to formulate a plan in the winery. Anyway, I'm going to go up and water the Solaris above the winery now, and then I'm going to go home and do a bit of admin indoors. Take it easy. Little bit of a change of plan today. We were going to be going into plot 4 into the Save Blanc and try and get another load of trellis posts in, but unfortunately the wife isn't feeling too good today, so it's no good dragging her down on a really hot day and making her feel worse. So I said to her to stay home. So I think it's a day of pottering. It's a morning of pottering. We've got cheese and charcuterie boards this afternoon. Got quite a few people booked in, so it doesn't hurt to do a few gentle jobs rather than become a great big sweaty mess before that happens. So I think this morning I'm just going to get on with this housing here. So this is the borehole wellhead, and I just need to finish off a little bit of the cladding, put in a little gate there, and then at least we can start looking at getting a roof onto it afterwards. So I might try and do that, and then there's a few other little niggly bits around the winery, so I think just take it easy this morning, not overdo it, and yeah, it's been a long, arduous week, so let's just take it easy today.
So this guy called Tom Shippey, great scholar of Norse literature, that you were expected to win. Who knows? Let's assume they did leave their armor behind. Probably 5 hours or so. So remember Harold Godwinson really? You think so? The cynic's explanation is I assume this is we give ourselves. And that's not implausible, is it? I mean, these are not, ethnically homogenous armies. Harold is half Scandinavian, there's no Harold Godwinson. And these Norsemen are very... So this is not going...
Well, it looks like I've run out of screws right at the end, so I'm not going to rush around trying to find any now. So I'm just going to finish off the plate and then tidy up and move on to the next job.
His lips a battle song in his heart. He felt wonderfully happy. He had never finally many of them are cut down. Rebooting raiders are gone actually.
So I know I said I was going to crack on and do lots of other little jobs around the place, but I lied. Just couldn't be bothered. It's too hot. So we got the place set up. We did our cheese and charcuterie. We had 2 groups in. Yeah, it's one of those days. They came, they had their food, had a drink, and that was it. I don't suppose everyone's going to come in and have 2-3 drinks and then walk off with a case of wine, are they? It's a bit unrealistic to presume that. And this is how it all averages out, so it's all good. They enjoyed themselves, and actually they're going to be back, so I can't complain at all. I think I've just been a little bit spoilt recently. So the heat is now starting to worry me a bit. I'm not worried about the vines per se, but it's the grapes. So if we don't get much water, the grapes will not swell up. They'll still ripen, but obviously the quantity will be reduced. And I do need quantity this year. And the other worry we've got, which is something we saw in 2022, which was very, very dry, and then when it did rain, the grapes swelled up so quickly that they all split. And in came all the wasps and flies and the bees, and they decimated the crop. We lost 50% that year. So yeah, there's still nothing on the radar for another week at least. So just have to play it by ear and see how it goes. So it's Sunday again. Doesn't take long for it to come around, does it? Usual thing for Sunday, we have got cheese and charcuterie platters. I think we've got the biggest number of people we've had before, so I think we've got 15 people in today. And then we've also got a tour, only a small one, only about 5 people. A couple of people have just pulled out, which probably isn't a bad thing, because I think we're it could get a little bit busy at one point, people crossing over. So yeah, heading back up to the winery now. Mum's fretting about cheese, Dad's carrying out pickles, so I'll go up and give them a hand, get things sorted, and get today over and done with. Fingers crossed for a decent day. Didn't take a huge amount on Friday, but such is life. So yeah, kind of need to top it up today, but we'll see how it goes. Luckily the weather's cooled a little bit, there's plenty of cloud around. The occasional forecasters say it might rain a little bit, so I welcome that, I think. So it looks like the watering of the solaris is actually having an impact. They're looking a lot perkier, and also down here you can see we've got some new growth here, so they're looking quite vibrant. The only problem is we need to keep this up now. Once we started, we've got to keep going until it rains, otherwise all the roots will start pointing upwards looking for water, and we don't want that. We want the roots to go down. And so ends a Sunday, and also another week. So thank you very much for keeping me company. We're moving into 2 very busy weeks now. So this week we've really got to get into the vineyard and do the leaf stripping to let the sunlight and the air in onto the ripening grapes. In the winery we got to bottle our sparkling wine, that's planned for this week, and then we've also got quite a few tours, and we've now moved into agricultural show season, so we'll be at Tiverton later on this week for one of our bigger events of the year. So lots to do, and keeping us busy. So if you'd like to know more about the vineyard, please check out the links in the description. Wines and ciders are all available, and thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.